Hi everyone, I'm Annabel here from IMPRONAT, and today I'm here with Josh. Josh, if you could tell us just a little bit about yourself.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm 24 years old, currently studying at NIDA, doing a diploma of stage and screen performance. My background as far as career goes, I've had a very eclectic one. I've worked in high school as a pizza chef and an art gallery exhibition curator. More recently, I worked at Red Bull in the marketing team.
Yep, nice.
I'm a sports mascot. I do interviews.
Very impressive.
All manner of things. Yeah.
Great. So we're going to ask you a few questions, if that's okay with you.
Let's get into it.
Get to know you a little bit more. All right. Firstly, what would be your dream job?
My dream job. I think, you know, there's the whole adage of like, if you work the job that you love, you never work a day in your life sort of thing. Something that would help people and genuinely help people sort of thing. I don't really mind what it is necessarily. It doesn't have to be a super glamorous job, but one that just makes a difference in the world.
Lovely. Yeah. Okay. And if you could travel anywhere in the world, where would you go?
Oh, anywhere in the world. You know, I've always wanted to visit the pyramids in Egypt. Yeah. I'm a bit of a history nut, I got to say.
Me too.
Probably the pyramids or maybe Greece as well.
Ooh, Greece.
Yeah. There's so much history steeped there.
There sure is. Yeah. Okay. How do you take your coffee or tea?
My friend, I actually would be a hot chockey man myself.
No
personally.
coffee, no tea.
Probably if I had to pick between one or the other, it'd be tea for me.
Okay, but you normally will get a hot chocolate.
But it's normally a hot chockey or a chai latte for those of you out there.
Wow.
Everyone's sleeping on chai lattes nowadays.
Full cream milk or are you like an oat milk?
I'm an almond milk boy. Okay. I'm an almond milk boy. Lactose intolerant people
almond
stand
chai.
up, represent.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm the bane of every barista's existence ever. Yeah, that's right.
Okay. What is something that you've always wanted to learn that you haven't learned?
I would love to learn another language, actually. Yeah. I think it's so helpful to be able to do that. And probably, like, if I had to be specific about it, I'd love to learn sign language. I think it's such an inclusive language.
That's very interesting.
And it's one that, like, not many people really think of, sort of thing, but it would be so helpful in so many situations, right?
Sign language, yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Okay. Would you consider yourself an introvert or an extrovert?
Oh, that's a toughie. I think everyone enjoys some me time. Everyone enjoys like having a bit of time to themselves, recharge that social battery. I think maybe in childhood I was an introvert, I would say, but I think I've come out of my shell now, and I would say I'm very extroverted.
More of an extrovert.
In fact, I think I did a Myers-Briggs personality test a couple of years ago.
Yes.
And I got 100% extroverted on the scale.
Okay.
I don't know how accurate that is, but that probably gives you a bit of a
very interesting
idea. What about yourself? Are you?
I would say, remember we discussed this one time. I am an introverted extrovert.
Interesting. Okay, talk me through that.
So
break it down.
I always was like, what is this? It's like somebody. It's like I prefer to be an introvert because I really love my own time, but I can easily be an extrovert. But it's like being introvert, extrovert. So like a lot of people might think I'm an extrovert, but I know I'm an introvert.
Yeah, okay. So you got the best of both worlds, Hannah Montana. Sort of
kind of a little bit like that. Yeah,
a little bit. Is that called an ambivert? I'm pretty sure that's an actual thing where like you're neither,
flip
like
between the two,
depending on the situation, what it calls for. Yeah. I think
maybe.
you might be an ambivert.
I'll have to look that up. All right. What is the most spontaneous thing you've ever done?
Ooh. Probably hopping on here, to be honest.
Oh, really?
Just hopping on here, getting this done, sort of thing.
Love that.
But I suppose more broadly, then. I went to New Zealand with my grandparents for schoolies, actually, and that was like a day's notice.
That's pretty random and
spontaneous.
That was
They were just going on a trip, and
I
just finished high school, and I was like, oh, like can I tag along? And they were like, yeah, come along.
Spontaneous. Okay.
So that was cute. Little grandparent trip to New Zealand.
Cute. Yeah, schoolies. Oh. Yeah. All right. Are you a cat or a dog person? Very important question.
Definitely a cat person. I just want to say this. I want to say this down the barrel. Josh, am a cat person.
Whoa, man.
Yes. Yeah. What, are you a dog
I am
person?
such a dog person.
Really?
It's not
Do we have to cut this interview now? Is this Are we finishing now? Gosh, dang.
I
Okay.
am such a dog person. I mean,
Why is that? Tell me about
I've
that.
always had dogs. I love dogs. I am obsessed with dogs.
Interesting.
I just love them.
Okay.
They're just the best animal in the world.
See, I feel like I could say the exact same thing about cats.
There you go. You're such a cat person.
Yeah.
And some people are.
Yeah.
Like, it's interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. If you could start a charity, what would it be?
Oh.
Mm.
There's a lot of charities out there
Mm.
now, which I truly do believe in, the causes they represent and what they sort of try to do and achieve. But
If you could start your own one,
I think
what would you do?
probably one around mental health, I would say.
Yeah.
It's so important nowadays, even more so with like the social medias and like all manner of difficulties that like everyone, no matter how old you are, no matter where you come from, experiences nowadays. And they all, to me, link back to like mental health sort of thing.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Great. Okay. I think I might know the answer to this question. What is your favorite animal?
Oh, okay. Actually,
Is it a cat?
I'm curious. You reckon it's a cat? It's.
No.
I mean, if we're talking domestic animals, then
No,
a cat
in
for
general.
sure. But
All animals.
all animals, opening it up to the exotic animals, the ones you'd find in zoo. Are we talking mythical animals? Or are we
You can go mythical. Like you can
mythical
go
animals?
dinosaurs if you want.
dinosaurs? Yeah.
My son's really into
you reckon?
dinosaurs.
You reckon they're a hoax? You reckon they're mythic? Or you reckon
No.
dinosaurs are real?
No, dinosaurs are real.
Dinosaurs are real.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are
I
they?
reckon. Okay.
Are they
Actually,
not?
I reckon probably one of the animals that just makes me go like, wow, that is such a cool animal. Would have to be, and you're gonna laugh at this because I suppose it's been signposted with my cat stuff.
Yeah.
A saber-toothed tiger.
Oh yeah.
They are just really cool animals.
I watched a documentary recently which had a saber-toothed tiger in it.
Yeah.
It was like a, from the millions of years ago thing.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Either that or
Saber-toothed
maybe if we're talking about an animal that isn't extinct, I'd maybe say an axolotl potentially.
Okay.
I just think they're cool, they're cute, like
Yep.
they sort of bob around and they regrow their limbs if they fall off and stuff like that.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. What's the weirdest thing you've ever eaten?
Weirdest thing I've ever eaten. Oh goodness me. Weirdest thing I've ever eaten. There's probably a couple of them. I mean, everyone is guilty of when you drop something on the floor, you say like, 5-second rule sort of thing.
Yeah. Actually, have you ever eaten like something weird, like an insect?
I haven't eaten an insect. Actually, as a child, as a child, I don't know if this counts as eating it, but I imagine I certainly tasted it.
Yeah.
I had cockroach bait.
Oh, yuck.
Like I like found some like in a public spot, and I put it in my mouth, obviously, sort
Did
of
you
thing.
have to like go to hospital?
Yeah, my mum like called the poisons hotline,
Oh,
and like
Jesus.
there was a hospital visit
Oh, my
involved and everything like that. But like, I mean, I turned all right.
Yeah.
Turned out
you
all
should
right. No, yeah.
Okay. Well, so
That's-
you're not eating with
Yeah,
things,
but this is not at all saying that anyone should eat cockroach bait. That's
don't think
just
so.
making sure, putting it out there.
Okay. Who knows you best out of everyone?
Probably my mum.
Your mum?
My
Okay.
mum, yeah.
Very good.
Yeah, definitely a mama's boy.
Yep.
Yeah.
What's your biggest fear?
Biggest fear. I would probably say not giving my all. I know it's a bit of a like an out there one sort of thing, but like I really genuinely try to give my best in everything I do. So like if I haven't put in the work that I know I'm capable of to do something or whatever, then like that doesn't sit right with me, sort of thing.
That's a big fear.
Or alternatively, like spiders.
Spiders.
I'm not a
okay.
massive fan of
I
the
do
old
not like
spiders.
spiders either.
Not a fan of spiders. Who in your household gets rid of the spiders when you find a
my
huntsman or
husband.
whatever?
Like, no
Yeah.
wonder if it's like big or like small. Like, I just cannot handle a spider.
Even like a daddy long legs, like a little itty bitty one.
Oh yeah, they're okay.
They're okay.
yeah, like
Yeah.
just.
Like borderline not
Yeah,
being
like,
okay.
I'm not happy
Borderline
about
call
it.
the hubby sort of thing.
No,
Yeah.
like I won't burn the house down.
Yeah. Okay.
Huntsman, see you later, house.
Yeah.
Let's just.
I
move
mean,
and
that's
never
very
come back.
that's very reasonable. Yeah.
Okay. Do you think people are mostly good or mostly evil, and why?
I think people are mostly good.
Oh, that's very optimistic. Why?
Yeah. Well, you disagree?
No, I'm just wondering. It's just a very subjective question.
I suppose, yeah, I
you know?
subscribe to the belief that everyone is inherently good.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it comes from the whole adage of like you're innocent until proven guilty. But I think like
Okay. Yep.
no one is born a bad person or an evil person or whatever. They're sort of like learned traits or learned behaviors over time, sort of thing.
That's very true.
Yeah.
Very good. Okay, if you could time travel, would you go to the past or the future?
Definitely the past.
And what time in the past would you go to?
Oh. I mean,
you've only got to choose one for this specific time travel.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, going back into the past is probably if you're actually going to go back there is probably a bit of a risky business. You got all manner of diseases and things that like have since been eradicated, but you just want to time travel for a bit. We're coming back, right?
Yeah.
We're not
what
staying
do you
back
want to go
there.
see and live in?
Yeah.
What time in the past?
Probably like ancient Rome, I would say.
Okay, yep.
That was like quite an interesting and certainly formative time in history sort of thing for much of modern day. So it'd be really interesting to like see
ancient
Aristotle, catch up with Caesar, whatever. You know what I mean?
Cool. All right. What are you most grateful for in your life?
Ooh, there is a lot of things to be grateful for.
Okay, well that's great. That's lovely. It's good to be grateful for.
Most grateful for. I am grateful for the people I have around me every day.
Lovely.
Yeah. My roommates, my family, my friends, like
it's great.
Colleagues, teachers, everyone. Like it's just such a good life, you know.
Wonderful.
Good life.
Do you think you would be friends with a clone of yourself?
Ooh.
It's a tough question.
That is an interesting question. Okay. I would like to think I could hang with myself, sort of thing. Like,
great, so you would.
Yeah, Josh 2 and Josh 1 like get on like a house on fire.
J1 and J2.
J1 and J2, yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
Okay, and final question.
Oh, hit me with it. What do we got?
What is the most embarrassing thing you've ever said on a date?
Oh.
If you've said something embarrassing.
Oh. I mean, I don't know if you can tell viewers at home, but I can be a fairly embarrassing guy myself. So there's probably a fair few. Most embarrassing thing. I think most people are probably guilty of this at some point or another in their life, but like calling a date the wrong name or forgetting their name. Yeah. That's probably like number one.
Yeah.
There's no coming back from that sort of thing. You call Teresa Samantha or whatever, and that's done. Like that's the nuclear option that you're like, there's no coming back from that sort of thing. Yeah.
Oh
what about you? What would you say most embarrassing thing?
I haven't been on a date since I was like, well, you know.
Cast your mind back then. What are we thinking?
Probably the same thing, honestly.
Yeah?
Like I don't even know the person I'm on a date with. I actually don't know who they are. Yeah. Or why I'm there.
Yeah. Like I feel like we're in, and this might be on a tangent sort of thing, but I feel like we're almost in this culture, this dating society, at least like younger people, where it's sort of just a free for all, right?
Yeah.
Like it's online dating. It's so transactional. Yeah. It's like, is there any real substance
I
here?
sometimes forget people's names, and the worst thing is like I forget people's partners' names a lot.
Oh,
so if I've got like, you know, a friend that's got like a new boyfriend or something, like I often am just like, what's their name? Like, you know.
Do you have any tips? Do you have any like strategies to remember?
You have to like say their name when you meet them.
Like repeat it back to them, sort of thing. Like we meet and it's like, hi, I'm Josh.
Josh.
Yeah. Okay. Interesting.
It works.
Right. Yeah. Gotcha.
I mean, it helps if they've got like. Sometimes you might be like, oh, was it Josh or John?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You can always like.
You
can always refer back to the whole like, oh, how do you spell your name sort of thing? Like I'm going to make a contact for you in the phone or whatever. But then
it is
you get caught out if
just like, hey, how are you?
Yeah. You get caught out though if like they have a really obvious spelling of their name sort of thing. It's like it's Liam.
That's so true.
It's like Liam. Yeah. Like how do you not know how to spell that sort of thing? And you're like caught out. Sorry. Yep. Yeah.
Oh, thank you so much for that, Josh. That wraps up for today. Thanks for joining us, guys.
Thank you very much.